Now the title, that is really unbelievable. That's a beautiful title, and it is something that we have to deal with in life. You got to take care. How did you come up with that?
It's always something I've always said for years. For years. Every time that I talk to my girlfriends, I have a few girlfriends that, of course I won't mention names, because they're probably going to kill me. And I'm always telling them, you know, you need to take care of what you got to do now. You need to put up your husbands and your family aside just for a minute. I'm not talking about like forever. Just for a minute. Set 2 days aside, 2 hours aside, whatever. Just to do something for yourself. Even if it's to go do your nails, even if it's because I have a girlfriend that's a singer, and I have a girlfriend that likes to run, I have a girlfriend that likes to do salsa dancing, these girlfriends, just to do something for yourself. Spend quality time for yourself. Go shopping, right? Go fulfill those things that you want to do. Because if not, girlfriend, life is like smoke through a keyhole. Before you know it, you're going to be looking at yourself in the mirror and say, what happened?
Why aren't my nails done?
I should have, could have, would have. Or you're going to be saying, I could have, but I didn't. But then again, sometimes, that fear of failure always just gets in the way. But life is like smoke through a keyhole. I've always said that for years.
So I'm really looking forward to hearing that song.
It's going to be a beautiful song.
I can imagine it is. Now, what else are you working on these days? I mean, do you have anything else that you've got that's out there that we can possibly listen to or pick up soon?
Well, everything is on iTunes. Well, the EP is on iTunes, and then Smoke Through a Keyhole is the last song for the new album, which is the My Life, Mi Vida CD.
So you're talking about putting that particular song together very soon.
Yeah, so that's that's the last one for the whole full CD of My Life, and that will be 8 songs on a full CD.
So the title of the CD will be called
Mi Vida.
Okay, which is My Life.
My Life in Spanish.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So
So
is Paris going to be in the studio with you?
Matter of fact, I hope so.
Who are some of the other musicians that you're going to get together to help make this come into fruition? Who else are you going to have with?
Well, Paris Escovedo, and then we're going to get Eddie Roos in there, which is a conguero that Paris has. And then we're hoping to get Toddy Winfrey also in there, which is Oprah's cousin. And I hope that if I said his name wrong, excuse me, I'm always saying it wrong. Actually, he's going to be putting the live horns to So Fine.
Yeah, in fact, when I spoke with Ron the other day, Ron mentioned to me that he was going to add live horns to So Fine.
Exactly. He's going to be putting live horns to So Fine, and we are going to have Oprah's cousin, Oprah Winfrey's cousin, put those on there. So that's going to be nice. So we're going to have it.
So you guys going to go in the studio, redo So Fine, and then put it back out again?
Exactly, on the album coming out. And actually, all we're going to do is be adding the live ones. That's all.
Now let me ask you, you're such a wonderful singer. Your music background is very vast. Was there any jazz stars or any jazz vocalists or musicians that you listened to growing up that you kind of took a little bit from each one to make yourself a complete performer? Was any jazz performers or singers that you saw that said, hey, I want to take a little bit of that from that person? Now, I asked that question because you told me before that someone you really admired was Nancy Wilson. And who else?
Well, there's Sarah Vaughan, there's Ella Fitzgerald, Diane Washington.
Yeah. So I can see that. Listening to those and then putting them into what you are today as a Latin vocalist, I can see those styles being a part of Techeetah.
Actually, when I used to do the circuit of jazz music, I used to actually put it into my own style and even put a little Latin in it.
There you go.
When I used to do Summertime.
There you go. Now, I remember in our last conversation that we had a while ago, you told me the story about the song where the old man is crying into his tamales. You remember that? You remember that story that you told me about? You asked, you said...
Oh, you got that one twisted.
Tell me about it. Straighten me out. You remember that story, though? Because that was a very nice story.
No, he was crying in his tamales.
What was he doing? Tell me. Come on, tell me. All right, well, tell me the story. How does the story go?
Crying into the tamale.
I'm sorry, Techeetah.
Man, I'm telling you, you know how to twist the story up, don't you?
Straighten me out. Tell us that story one more time, because I love that story.
Yeah.
Even I got it wrong.
Oh yeah, you got it wrong. Oye Viejito was a song that I wrote for my grandfather.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And well, it originated because it started off at, I saw an old man drinking a cup of coffee.
Ah, it was coffee, not tamales.
Not tamales.
Okay, tell us.
Somebody got to feed his man. I think you're hungry.
Tell us the story again. I love that story.
Well, you know, I always see these old men drinking coffee, you know. You see old men drinking coffee, you see young men drinking coffee, you always see, and they're always like sad, you know, they're always sad drinking their coffee all the time.
Yeah.
So, you know, and then I know, wait, my grandfather always has that look.
Okay.
So I'm looking at my grandpa and I said, Grandpa, when you're drinking your cup of coffee and you have that blank stare in your eyes, what you thinking about? You know, I'm thinking he's thinking, you know, his sad life and his problems, and hard work, and you know, just something in the fields and the cotton, something. You know? And he goes, you know, I was just thinking about your grandma's tamales.
See now.
How I wish I had your grandma's tamales. Where you got crying in the tamales? I have no idea.
You understand, because he was thinking about your grandmother's tamales.
But you would have cried in tamales.
Well, I'm sorry. That's why I wanted you to tell me the story.
Okay.
That's true. So.
Yeah, I know.
So are you and David going to do anything? David Conklin, you guys going to do anything?
Well, you know, I consider me. Oh, you mean as in duet?
Yes. Oh, yes.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, because you guys. Because when I spoke with David, I asked David, I said, do you think you and Techeetah will possibly, because I know David Conklin is a wonderful composer. Like I said a little while ago, he wrote and arranged for the Commodores, a lot of their big hits.
Oh, yeah.
Lionel Richie, Atlantic Star, which was a big group in the late 70s and the 80s. I mean, David Conklin is a phenomenal
And let's not forget, he's the one that made Paula.
Yes, Paula Abdul
he
as
made
well.
Her. He made her.
Yes.
He made her.
Yes.
If it wasn't for David,
there would be no Paula
there'd be
Abdul.
no.
So do you and David have any plans to do anything?
Well, you know, pretty much me and David are partners when it comes to us. He produces and he composes the music, and I write the words, and then he does everything else. You know, so that's our collaboration together, right?
Okay.
But I guess maybe in the back of my mind, of course, I've always wanted to do a duet with him.
Yeah, that would be wonderful.
But he's so busy just being the mastermind behind all the music and doing everything else, you know? So, but yeah, I'd love to do that for him.
Yeah, because I know David has some phenomenal jazz stuff coming out.
Oh, yeah.
As well, and I can see you doing some background.
You know, he loves his saxophone.
Oh, yeah, and his guitar.
Oh, his guitar. Exactly.
So what else is going to be happening for you? You're going to be performing anywhere? Can Jazz on My Mind viewers, can they come and see you? Where are you going to be performing?
Well, the new PR person has a few things, looks like she's going to be having a few things lined up. There's going to be a big gay festival that's going to be here in Los Angeles. Because, you know, my gay brothers and sisters, they just love me.
Yeah.
So and I love them too, of course.
And that's a beautiful thing.
Exactly. You know, I love everybody. Everybody is God's people, you know.
There you go.
Exactly.
That's first and foremost.
Exactly. We're all God's children.
So you're going to be actually performing at the festival?
Exactly. I don't know where yet, but keep everybody notified on that. On my MySpace.
Okay. Give us your MySpace address so that some people can Jazz on My Mind.
That would be www.myspace.com/Techeetah, Techeetah.
Okay, and that way that the viewers can keep up with Techeetah and find out what's going on, what songs you have coming out, where you're going to be performing, and keep up with you and see how things go for you and give you that support that you need.
Exactly, and hopefully we will be performing at the Alma Awards this year. We're really hoping.
Oh yeah, that's a big thing. Yeah.